about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It's gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Chaos Chris, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
Man, oh man. What a pathetic outing. From the Phillies tonight. From my understanding, they got to Cleveland after last night's game in Florida. They got into Cleveland at 3 a.m. this morning, really didn't get any sleep. And this just screams like excuses. I get it that, you guys are tired. You're lifeless. I get that your manager does not show any sign of life in that empty brain of his, but they got to pick it up, dude. Like, this just isn't it. You just came off a sweep against the Rays. I get it. This Cleveland team, for the most part, is a pretty decent team, but like overall, that was just absolutely pathetic, dude. Like, I don't know what to say. I expected more.
Yeah, I mean, I know it from the first inning. Like, first two guys get on. Bryce Harper continues to just try to kill the ball, and it just looks terrible. One of the things I remember getting taught as a kid playing baseball, and I know this is like really, really bad to compare because Bryce Harper is a major league athlete, and I was nowhere near that. But when he's stepping to hit the baseball, he's stepping towards right field right now. I was always taught step towards the pitcher. It just seems like he's pulling off everything and just trying to kill everything. And I mean, that wasn't a bad at bat because he got the ball over. It was second and third with one out, and then Schwarber strikes out on a looking. Like, you just can't strike out looking with a guy at third base in less than 2 outs. Just can't do it. And he did it. And then I believe Castellanos struck out as well. That's when I knew, all right, offense isn't showing up. This game's over. Nola was pitching really well up until the 5th inning, gave up a solo home run, and then kind of fell off after that. It's just one of those things where this offense, whenever they are dead, this team is not going to win.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. And I think this something's got to give, man. Like, something's got to shake up. I mean, I know we just came off a sweep, but for them to really just show no sign of life tonight is really disappointing. I mean, again, I really thought that they were going to come into this game, score some runs, give Nola some offensive support, and they can't do that with Nola on the mound. And that kind of leads us into our first topic. He lets up 2 home runs tonight. Did not look great at all. I just, I don't know, man. Like, looking at his overall stat line for tonight, I'm going to pull it up here. Looking at his overall stat line, he went 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, let up 2 home runs. He let up a solo and a 3-run home run as well. Or sorry, not a 3-run home run. Was it 3 or 2? It was a 2-run home run. Sorry, my apologies. He's 1-6 on the season, 4.89 ERA. He just, again, does not look like he has it. And I will say this, looking at his stats with Marchand compared to Real Muto, Nola with Marchand has before this game, a 7.47 ERA. With Real Muto, it was a 2.49. So obviously there's some kind of disconnect when it comes to Nola and Marchand. I don't think that Marchand is calling pitches correctly. I don't think he's framing correctly either. And I don't know, man. Like, I was sitting there during this game today thinking to myself, and I said, like, is Marchand really going to be the answer down the stretch, or do they need to bring Stubbs back? And I get it. People are going to be like, well, Stubbs can't hit either. And I completely agree with that. Stubbs can't hit for shit. But you look at how he's playing in AAA right now. He's batting above 300 compared to Marchand, who's up here batting 100. I think we have a backup catcher problem. And Chris, like you were saying earlier, I think it comes down to them not playing Marchand enough. I know you had said something about that, so I don't know if you want to discuss more.
Yeah, I mean, I think they said the last time he played was like April 20th or something, or last time he got a hit was April 20th. Like, they just got to find a way to get him at least some more at-bats, even if it's a DH pinch hit situation. He's got to have more consistent at-bats. And it was the same thing with Stubbs last year. Like, these guys are – it's really, really hard to come out and without seeing Major League pitching for a week and a half come out and try to hit a Major League fastball. Like, I get the disappointment in these guys right now, and yeah, I guess the game calling is not the same with Nola, but it feels like Nola, whenever he's with the backup catchers that way, him and Real Muto have something going. I don't think Nola's the one you want to put the backup catcher in there for. I think you could throw Luzardo with the backup, you can throw Walker with the backup, you can throw Ranger with the backup. But I just think Nola and Wheeler, I think they should always be Real Muto just because they've been here pitching with Real Muto for so long. There's that rapport. Just keep them together. And Marchand might not be the answer at backup catcher. I don't think Stubbs is either. But these guys should be playing more than what they are. And that goes for the whole team. Like, there's no reason to sit a guy for a week and a half straight during the regular season. Like, they should be getting at bats. Guys like Cal, I mean, I'm not a huge Cal Stevenson guy, but he needs to get some at bats too. Like, if these guys are really going to be on your bench, you believe they're a major league player, they deserve some major league time at times.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and I'm trying to look up something real quick. Bring back Logan O'Hop, bro. Or is it O'Hop?
It costs a hell of a lot more than Brandon Marchand to get his ass.
Bring him back, man. Bring him back. Yeah, but I agree with you. I don't know if Marchand is really the guy that needs to be catching Nola. I think it should be JT, but I get it. JT needs some time off. And I mean, especially after last night's game with him grounding into double plays again, definitely needed some time off. But I don't know if Marchand is really the guy to catch Nola. But look who decided to join up. Gavin Sweeney.
I'm on my phone right now. My bad, gang. Sorry I'm late. I had to get a late lift.
What do you think of Nola, dude?
Nola today, I mean, Nola meatballs. He gave up some bombs. Casual Nola, singles. Casual Nola. Disappointing loss, must say. Stuff needs to be fixed, man. You can't start off a series like this. It's disappointing. Hopefully, they can gather along and find out what to do, because I'm really getting sick and tired of the same BS every single season of them, sweeping a team or winning a series and then starting the next one and completely shitting the bed. It's tiring, and I'm low-key done with it, just straight up.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Again, I really thought that they were going to come into this series and just not shit the bed like they did. I thought they were going to at least score a couple runs, but for them to get shut out for the third time this season is just disappointing. It's not the most shutouts, surprisingly. They said it on the broadcast that this is, I think, one of the only teams that has the least amount of shutouts this season. But again, it's still disappointing. But looking at the rest of the bullpen that came in after Nola, I'm pulling it up now. Tanner Banks came in. He looked pretty lights out today. I know he had a rough inning the other night. 1 inning pitch, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout, 4.15 ERA. Joe Ross, after that, he had a bad outing. He was due for it. Joe Ross came in, 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 1 strikeout, 1 home run let up. 4.66 ERA. I knew he was letting up a home run. I mean, he let up the pitch before it, and it was foul. And then just right after that, it just went out of the ballpark. So I knew it was coming. It was just kind of obvious. And then Kerkering came in to close. He looked pretty decent tonight. 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 1 strikeout, 4.80 ERA. Again, this is exactly what I was saying last night with this bullpen is you really don't know what to expect. I mean, it's just one night you get guys that come in, they can close, they're really lights out, and then the next night they come in and just shit the bed. And it's not like last year where you could really just plug and play guys. I mean, you put guys in last year, you knew that they were going to get the outs. This year, it's the flip of a coin. I mean, would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the bullpen was fine tonight. Like, yeah, Ross sucked, but the game was over by that point anyway. So it's kind of like when you're not pitching for anything, it's tough. That's kind of what it felt like tonight. It's like, all right, this offense is absolute dog shit. Whatever. I mean, Joe Ross is going to go home runs here and there. He had a couple good outings. He's going to have a bad outing here and there. So, but watching Kerkering was very, very encouraging because that to me is still the guy that, okay, like he really has potential where he can be that lights out guy at some point, has been in the past. That's the guy you need. You're not going to rely on Tanner Banks in the playoffs. At least I hope you're not. But Kerkering might be one of those guys you have to rely on in the playoffs. So let's see if he can, pick it up and figure it out.
Right. Gavin, you have anything you want to say about the bullpen before we move into just offense in general?
I mean, bro, honestly, you can't expect a lot when going into the offense. The offense is not doing anything, so I can't really expect a lot from the bullpen. The bullpen's been inconsistent all season and just shaky in general. I agree with Chris, though. I think the Kerkering outing that he had was very encouraging. I think that can get his confidence back up and hopefully get those whip numbers like he had them when his first season with the Phillies. So if he can keep it up, dude, I think Kerkering could have a good future with us.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But looking at the offense, man, they look terrible tonight. Just runners in scoring position multiple times. Could not get anybody home to score. They left 9 runners in scoring position, which is absolutely terrible. Looking at the overall breakdown of the batting lineup tonight, Stott 0 for 3, Turner 2 for 4, Harper 0 for 4, Schwarber 0 for 3, Castellanos 2 for 4. I mean, he hit, but nobody could really get him home. Kepler 0 for 3, Bohm 1 for 3, Rojas 1 for 3, Marchand 0 for 3 for a total of 6 for 30. Again, they just looked overall terrible tonight. I don't know really what the answer is here. But I'm going to say this. I got asked in a group chat basically like why do I hate Kevin Long and why do I have such a big grudge against Kevin Long after, they swept the Rays and he's been doing his job lately? I'm going to say this. Do I think that Kevin Long is a really bad manager? No. Do I think that he needs to be gone and we need a change of pace? Yes. And the reason I'm going to say that is that you look at games like tonight and you look at guys like Bryce Harper, and there's just no approach when these guys come up to the plate. There's no sense of urgency. There's no sense of, okay, I need to get on plate and put this ball in play. Bryce Harper really lately to me, and I think he needs to be benched, but we'll get into that in a minute. Bryce to me just seems like he's coming to the plate with he doesn't want to play. Like he has no sense of excitement to play. He's swinging at everything, whether it's high, low, outside, inside, whatever. Trying to play hero ball. I feel like his mentality right now, and he might just be stuck in his head, but his mentality is, okay, I need to be the guy to save this team. I need to be the guy that gets all the attention, gets all the fame, gets the walk-off, puts this team ahead. I mean, like, would you guys agree with that? Do you think Bryce is just doing too much? Do you think this offense is doing too much? Because to me, it just seems like this offense at times really just gets in their head, and it's a lot of nervousness coming to the plate.
I really want to give them like the benefit of the doubt tonight just because they did get in so late this morning. If they do the same shit tomorrow night, I think it's a different story. But like, I think it's tough because we do see this a lot, and especially with Bryce Harper right now. Like, Johan Rojas' slugging percentage is almost the same as Bryce Harper. That's like awful. Bryce Harper should never be below, like 500 slug ever. So, it just sucks watching Bryce Harper right now because it feels like I'm really hoping this isn't like the end, but it just feels like I'm watching the end of Ryan Howard's career right now. And I'm hoping it's just a long, elongated slump, but he looks like he's just got no approach, has like not close on anything. It's not even like he's hitting the ball hard. Like they're in years past when Bryce would slump, he'd strike out here and there, but then he'd rocket a ball in a right field that gets caught, or rocket a ball into the left that gets caught, or to the first baseman. It just seems like he's just completely lost, which that terrifies me right now.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, Gavin, like, what do you think of Bryce, man? I know you and I have had some conversations recently, and you've kind of brought it up. But overall, I mean, what do you think of Bryce Harper?
Right now, dude, he's not looking like the Bryce Harper we're used to. He had one of these slumps last year, and I remember it vividly. It was similar to this one. And this one just looks like you said, he's just swinging at everything. If it's outside, if it's high, if it's out of the zone. I don't know if it's his approach, like I'm just going to try to make contact and put the ball in play, but it doesn't even look like he's trying to get on base or work a count. Like it just looks like he's trying to swing for the fences or, like you said, be the hero, because, I mean, to be fair, Harper has had fame since he's been 13. I mean, he got an offer from college when he was 15. Like he's used to that hype and that high expectation, So I just think he's just grown up on that. And now, again, he's just trying to show that, I'm Bryce Harper. I'm a 2-time MVP. You pay me all this much money. So, yeah, I do think right now it is a little concerning that he's slumping like this because it's not really Bryce Harper. And like Chris said, his numbers are close to Johan Rojas slugging. A 2-time MVP should not have any number remotely close to that. So I don't know, dude. Hopefully he can get out of it soon, because we need him. We really need him as our 3-hitter and as our guy. He needs to come through.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. I think as a whole, really, this team tonight was just overall lifeless. I don't think they had any kind of fight. And I'm going to say this, and you guys can kind of chime in here too. I really think it all comes down to Rob Thompson. I think at the root of all evil for this team, for lack of better words, it all comes down to Rob Thompson. I don't think Rob Thompson he's never been that manager to really have any kind of emotion, to have any kind of excitement. any kind of passion or fire. And I feel like you can really tell that this team just in general this season really can't get behind him. I mean, again, you've had season after season of either being in the playoffs and trying to make a run or getting to the World Series and just not getting it done. And I feel like this team is finally, while it's unfortunate, starting to see that and see that this is not the guy that's going to get them there. This is not the guy that's going to get them a ring on their finger. And it's unfortunate because we're wasting a lot of these guys' talent. We're wasting a lot of these guys' years. I don't think this team is going to be together for much longer. I feel like this is going to probably be the last year that we have this particular group of guys together.
Yeah, I feel like I need to see some type of spark or something on this team. Like, they just seem so, as you say, lifeless. Like, there's no – even when they won the game last night, it was just like, ho-hum, cool, we won. But, like, I almost want to see something gimmicky that they do, like the Bamboo Brad thing or something. Just have some fun, do something. They just look like they're miserable out there and just not having any sort of fun at all. And I'm not asking them like have the most fun ever, like go partying on, but like I want to see something out of this team. They just look dead. It just looks completely dead. And like they're still a good ball club. They're still above 500. Like they're gonna be fine. They lost to a good team tonight, but like we need to see something out of this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this, and you guys can disagree with me. Even in the comments, you can disagree with me. I think they need to bring back the daycare shenanigans low key. Just like I'll say this, like at the end of the game, like, you know, when they were coming up to the guys being interviewed and dumping the water, like to me, that was exciting. Like as a fan at the games, you know, like I would stay after for the interviews just to see them like mess around with whoever was being interviewed. That to me as a fan just showed the chemistry, showed that these guys want to play. They want to play together. They like playing together. They're excited to play, but they're not doing that this year. I know they said in the beginning of the season, like that, those days are over. I get that. But if they could just bring something like that back where they're just messing around with each other and showing that as a team, they're excited to play together, I think it would boost just their emotions in general. Gavin, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree, man. The team, yeah, it looks dead. It doesn't look like they're having fun. There's no energy really. I do think they need a motive. Like Chris said, the Bamboo Brad thing was cool. They need some sort of motive to like keep some sort of motivation going, have like an inside joke, just something to bring the spirits up because right now they do look dead and it's disappointing. It really is. I mean, cool. You got a mini fridge in your dugout. Oh, what to do? Oh, great. Good for you.
Put some vodka in it.
Exactly. You installed lights in your clubhouse for better energy. It's just like stupid stuff like that, dude. I don't understand. Yeah, but they need a motive. The team looks dead. They don't look like they're having fun. And people in the comments could say, "Oh, they're maturing," or blah blah blah. But like when you mature too much in baseball, that takes the fun out of it. Like that affects the entire team and then how they go into a game. Like they need something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Like there needs to be something, like a motive.
I mean, I agree. You look at other teams, right? Like the Orioles have, what is it, like the bird bath thing with the shotgun thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the teams. One team has like a samurai helmet they put on guys. Another one, they have like that. I call it like the Oscar the Grouch helmet. You guys know what I'm talking about? You see in the pictures of those? Like, we just need something that, again, when something exciting happens, it really gets these guys fired up. Because, again, they look lifeless. They look like they don't want to be there. But Gavin, appreciate you hopping on. That's really all we have in terms of main topics. We're going to get into Friday's Corner here in a second. But If you guys don't follow Gavin, make sure you drop him a follow on Twitter. It's gsweens09 on Twitter. Again, Gavin's been on here a couple of times before. Finally, face reveal. So appreciate you. Appreciate you hopping on. But yeah, if you guys don't follow, make sure you drop a follow. But Gavin, appreciate you, man, as always.
Always a pleasure, boys. Have a nice show.
Have a good one, man. But as always, our boy Fratty, we're going to give you the floor. But curious to hear your takes on tonight's game, and we're just going to let you have it, man. So this is another installment of
Yo, Freddy, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Freddy's Corner. It's Freddy's Corner.
What's up, guys? Another shutout, third time of the season for us. What I really have to say is, was really disappointed in tonight's game by the Phillies, but it was to be expected because I know during the Rays series, I believe it was, I did expect us to lose at least one game against Tampa. That didn't happen. We somehow swept the Rays, which I think kind of made yesterday's comeback. Yesterday's comeback was kind of a fluke because everybody just started showing up at the end. And if it wasn't for Marsh and them and JT coming through, they probably would have won this game last night. But fast forwarding to tonight, Aaron Nola looked horrible. Rafael Marchand, I'm not going to lie, Rafael Marchand, I am very disappointed. He is turning out to be one of my more disappointing Philadelphia Phillies of the season. And I'm saying this over Bryce Harper because I expected a lot more from Bryce Harper because sorry about that in the background, but I'm expecting a lot more from Bryce. But like I said, Marchand, most disappointing Philly. Harper maybe second or third, and then Nola's up there with him. But I think sooner rather than later, Garrett Stubbs is going to be called up probably by midsummer, I'm thinking, because he really needs to be he is tearing up the minor leagues right now, and I think if you call him up, he can be a spark off the bench for the Philadelphia Phillies when JT is not playing. You can use him in pinch hit situations, and hopefully, and knock on wood, if he does come up, he has a better run hitting wise this time than he did last season. So, overall, was pretty disappointed about tonight. I know tomorrow is the 6:10 start. It's the earliest start time of this whole road trip. Do I expect us to score runs tomorrow? I think we score more than 2 runs. I don't expect us to get shut out again tomorrow. But do I think we win? Do I think we win the series? I think I said about a week ago almost, that we would only win one game the series, and I think that's gonna hold true. Either win tomorrow or win Sunday. So I don't think we're getting swept. I wouldn't press the panic button on getting swept by the Guardians. I still think we're losing the series. I don't think we're gonna bounce back off a off a shutout and win the next 2 just like we beat the Cubs. I don't know if I see that happening this time. So that's my really thoughts on that. So
okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what's in the future. I don't know kind of what the cards hold. We'll see what happens. I do kind of agree with you that the Phillies. I'll say this: the Phillies, when they get shut out, they do tend to bounce back. So if they do win, I would think it would be tomorrow, just because again, when they get shut out or they have a bad game, typically the next game is a really good one for them. But looking at who's pitching tomorrow, I will say this. I'm not too overly confident, especially because of his last start. But tomorrow it is Ranger Suarez against Tanner Bibee. I think that's how you say his last name. Bibee. Tanner Bibee. Ranger Suarez, left-handed pitcher, 0-0 on the season, 17.18 ERA with a 6 strikeout deficit. Going against Tanner, who's a right-handed pitcher, 3-2 on the season, 4.26 ERA with 28 strikeouts. Again, I'm not overly confident tomorrow. I'm more confident for Sunday's start because Zach Wheeler will be starting. But who's to say Ranger won't go out there and pitch a gem? We'll see. I'm not overly confident, especially after what we saw last time. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
If they score runs, they're going to win.
They got to score runs. But that's all we have for you guys tonight. Phillies get shut out 6-0. It was just a absolute bloodbath. So it is what it is. But appreciate you both hopping on. As always, this has been the Phillies post-game show on the 302 Birds Network, and we will see you guys back here tomorrow. Peace out.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. And it's gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies